Braxton once again on the Soul Stroke, bringing you a word of encouragement, a word of empowerment. As you see, we have a very, very lovely day here in Los Angeles, California, as usual. But sometimes it rains here. Sometimes it's cloudy. Sometimes it floods. Sometimes you see we have two pieces of fruit. One is a lemon and one is a tangerine. Those trees are in the backdrop there. One is bitter and one is sweet. And sometimes you have to take the bitter and put it with the sweet. Change the poison into medicine. Life has a way of bringing you obstacles and problems and perplexities that can sometimes be discouraging to you in your life. As a little boy, I grew up with two very loving parents, a mother and a father that loved me, sweet. But before I was 19 years old, I had lost both of my parents, bitter. There was a time where through those things that I went through, from losing my parents, I became bitter and angry and upset and hurt at the world. And I went over to try to use drugs, and I did, I went out there and tried to, hustle in the streets and all of these negative things. That's the bitter. But one day I got an epiphany, an enlightenment, and that became the sweet. I took all of that energy that I had inside of me, all of that anger, all of that pain, and I turned it into something that would empower me so that I could tell others that's not the route to go. Sweet. It's going to be something. So don't be afraid of it. The obstacles are coming. Just know that inside of you, you have the power to move forward. You have the strength to be victorious. You're not a victim. Stop blaming everything on everybody else. It's not the world. It's not your sister. It's not your daddy. It's not your mama. Everybody gets their lot. Everybody has to go through something. That's just what you're going through. That's what I've gone through. And we still got more to go through. Always know to take the bitter and put it with the sweet. And you'll come up with something that's very, very sweet and tasty and bitter all at the same time. You remember that candy they used to have, what was it called, sweet and sour. I used to love that candy. There was something about the sweet that went with the sour that when you put them both together, they tasted real good. Create something in your life. Through all the trials and problems, create something sweet in your life. Once again, this is Ulysses Braxton, USB, on the Soul Stroke. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. And always, always, always remember that USB truly does love you.